This is Mike, and today he has a question to ask us. What is the difference between success and failure? Well, Mike, most people think it's hard work, but then a lot of people put in the hard work and still they don't succeed. So, is it luck? If you want to win the lottery, luck is what you need for sure, but if you're going to be successful in life, you need a little more than that. So, what can you do if you want to succeed? You have to follow the 10x rule. Setting extreme goals and taking extreme action to meet them. If there's any guarantee of success that is universally available to everyone, that'll be it. Most people set modest goals. Mike, for instance, has always been told to set realistic goals. Make enough money to cover his bills, save for emergencies, and aim for middle management by the time he's in his 40s. But when he sets goals like these, he's limiting himself, and he might end up disappointed. Let's see how these realistic goals work out for Mike. Say he actually follows the quote-unquote safe advice and his financial goal in life is to make enough money to pay his bills. He's likely to end up with less than enough when something unexpected happens, as it usually does in life. Or if his goal is to exercise once per week, he'll never reach his full physical potential. At the end of the day, only 10x goals deliver the big payoff. So what are 10x goals? Extraordinary or 10x goals are by definition bigger than what most people can imagine or achieve. On the surface, it sounds a little bit of a generic advice, I get it. So let's look under the hood so you can see how powerful it actually is. The concept can be broken into two parts, how you think and how you act. To begin with, set goals that are 10 times what you think you want. Instead of starting a quote-unquote profitable business, aim to totally dominate the market. Instead of looking good enough for the summer, aim for a body worthy of a bodybuilding trophy. And instead of hitting the like button, totally smash the like button on this video. Living by the 10x standard will provide you many benefits. For instance, it will give you a sense of purpose. It will increase your self-confidence as you aim higher and achieve more. It will help you overcome procrastination. And ultimately, it will give you extreme satisfaction when you inevitably achieve goals you never thought you would before you embrace the 10x rule. See, your thoughts limit your actions, and your actions limit your achievements, so you cannot achieve wild success with mediocre thoughts. It makes sense, right? So now that you're thinking 10x, it is time to act. The plan is simple. You have to do 10 times more than anyone else did. If you run a business, you need to make sales calls. If your competition makes 10 a day, you should be making 100. By doing so, you have 10x the chances to be actually successful. But what is success? Everyone's idea of success is different, of course. To some, success means retiring at the age of 30 and traveling the world and showing this on Instagram. While for others, it might be raising a family and providing for their loved ones. But regardless of what success means to you, there's 3 undeniable truths. Number 1, success matters. Regardless of what one might think, success is vital. If Mike, for instance, wants to provide security, satisfaction, and growth for his family, he needs to be successful. People who downplay the importance of success are often rationalizing their own failures. No one really benefits when you fail, but when you do succeed, you and everyone around you are better off. Number 2, success is your duty. You should think of success the way parents think of raising a child. It is an honor, a duty, and a priority, and they do whatever it takes to take care of their children. People who don't think success is a duty often settle for average triumphs and don't reach their full potential. But when you think of success as your absolute duty rather than an option, you behave differently. And number 3, the supply of success is unlimited. We create success, so success is ultimately unlimited. You can create success anywhere at any time from any source, whether it's talent, creativity, intelligence, or persistence. And all of that sounds great in theory. But the million-dollar question is, how do you actually apply all this and how do you become your version of successful? The answer, according to the author, lies in the 4 action levels. While there is no formula for calculating how much action it will take you to reach a specific goal, the more effort you put in, the better your chances of success are. It just makes sense. So much so that applying enough effort is more important than having a genius idea or an excellent business plan. It's not about the idea, it's about the execution. The book covers 4 action levels that most people opt for. So let's dive into what those actions are, and then I'll let you decide which one is most likely to lead to success. And keep in mind, all of our actions fall under these levels, and we might put different effort into one category than the other. For instance, you might put extreme effort into your business, but when it comes to your health or your relationships, you take a step back. The first level is not doing anything. And while doing nothing may sound like the perfect way to avoid stress and disappointment, ironically, it requires a surprising amount of effort. See, most people who are at this level do not take action in their professional life, but they take extreme action in their hobby, such as spending time on social networks or gaming. And while spending a little time on social networks does not necessarily is a bad thing, some people go to the extreme and spend many hours a day checking their Instagram instead of focusing on the more valuable aspects of their life. And then they wonder, how come they're not successful? We all know that one person who's like, I'm working so much, and yet I'm not successful. And then you're like, wait, you're the one who spends 3, 4, 5, 6 hours per day on their phone. The second level is retreating. People who take a step back often do it because they're afraid of the potential negative consequence of taking action. Just like the first group, these people decide not to do it, but they have a justification. Many times they had a negative experience in the past that affects them even in the present. For instance, someone who started a business in the past and failed for whatever reason might be afraid of taking a similar risk. Still, these people spend a considerable amount of time and energy justifying all of this, their lack of action, to themselves or to others. And again, we all know that person who's like, only if I could do this, then I'll be successful. You know, I'll be successful if X, Y, and Z. There's always a reason, there's always a justification, and it's never them. The third level is taking an average amount of action. Most people will put in a moderate amount of effort, as little as necessary to succeed. It seems enough, but the reality is that the average effort will only lead to average results. And you'll be surprised to find that most employees, managers, and even executives fit into this category. In other words, they fit in the crowd rather than stand out. And the funny thing is this, no one will buy a product advertised as average. So why would you accept being an average student, having an average marriage or an average body type, and making an average salary? It just doesn't add up. The fourth level is where the 10x rule happens. The rule here is simple. You take your goal and then you do 10x what you need in order to achieve it. You do, and then do it again until you reach your goals. As the saying goes, if you want a life that others don't have, then you must do what others don't. It's simple, isn't it? Just remember that simple does not mean easy. It'll be hard to fight 10 times harder for what you want. And because it's hard, the majority won't do it, which means that you'll be that much closer when it comes to competing with somebody else. So you see, regardless of what action level you decide to opt in, you end up spending similar time and similar amount of effort. So you might as well take extreme action, do what most people don't, and be rewarded for it. Everyone can do it, but most people decide not to. You can be different. And to help you be a 10x yourself, here is your action plan. Have big goals and aspirations. Set 10x goals because small goals won't inspire you or make you stand out. Take risks. Take enough risk daily to create success. Life is not like Las Vegas. You have to put in something significant in the game to get a significant return. What you put in is what you take out. Take consistent action. Not every action will bring you results. That's just life. But if you take constant action, it will increase your chances of success. Figure it out. Always take responsibility for solving problems. When you don't know the answer, tell yourself, I'll figure it out, rather than I don't know. Go all the way. If you don't give it all, you won't achieve it all. Leave your comfort zone. When you put yourself in an uncomfortable position, you develop new skills. And finally, seize opportunities. See every situation, even if it's a problem, as an opportunity. When you work towards developing these success traits, you'll be thinking bigger, acting bigger, going all out, and you'll definitely be a step closer to greatness, whatever that is for you. And as long as you're alive, you either live to accomplish your own goals and dreams or be used as a resource to accomplish someone else's. So go out there and be great. And follow the author's advice. I suggest that you become obsessed about the things that you do. Otherwise, you're going to spend a lifetime being obsessed with making up excuses as to why you didn't get to live the life that you wanted. And if you like this video, you're absolutely gonna love all the summaries that are coming out. Join us. Click on the subscribe button, join the channel. There's a new video coming out each and every week reviewing some of the best books in productivity, in self-help, in personal finance, extracting those great ideas and giving them back to you so you can implement them. Now go out there, set 10x goals, take 10x action, have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next one.